What's going on, everybody? Today, we're going to be talking about intensity stopwatch scanners. Now, I know I've made videos about intensity stopwatch scanners in the past. However, they just came out with the new 3.0 version, and boy, are there some cool upgrades that we're going to get into. I did make a short about this. If you're looking for the brief overview, this is going to be a more in depth review of what the scanners have to offer. And so let's get right to it. It's not going to be some long video. We're just going to kind of breeze through them, but I do want to show you everything. So here's the new ISW controller. Let me actually get you guys a little bit closer. There we go. You can see we have new sections here on the controller: chat, scans, watch list, tools, advanced, and in advanced we'll kind of get to, and then obviously just the exit. But through the homepage, it kind of gives you a brief overview of what ISW and what they have to offer. And then down here into the chat rooms, our first tab. There's only 3 chat rooms. 2 are for the team members only, and then there's 1 for the platinum chat. So if you're a platinum member, you can come in and talk to other platinum members. And then if you are part of Team ISW, you do get access to the live chat as well as the lounge. And inside the live chat, it's the same as it always has been, where you'll get real-time access to all of our trading ideas from everybody that's on the team, as well as the place where we all hang out and kind of talk about trading and other things throughout the day in the lounge. Down to the scans. This is obviously the most important part. Brief overview. Everything is still offered. It's just more detailed. It's more pre-configured. You can have the i3 Ultra and set it yourself. You can have one set for each dollar price: $0 to $1, 1 to 5, 5 to 20, 20 to 60, and 60 plus, for both long and short ideas. The Plus Ultra is going to be for your short ideas. The Minus Ultra i3 is going to be for the long ideas. Now, the Ultras are for team members only, and it's something that is going to be set to, it's very similar to the regular i3 scanner, but what makes it the Ultra is that on the Plus i3, it's going to give you everything that's going through high of day, and on the Minus i3 scan, it's going to give you everything through low of day. So it's going to kind of add that extra edge of showing you the ones that are about to possibly be extended away from previous resistance or support areas. As we scroll down, you're going to see the i3 Elite. I believe this is just for the Elite members. And it is, sorry, I was just reading it. The i3 pennies, that's anything that's under $1. That's going to be all your penny stocks. And then just your normal i3 scan, which is like the Ultra. It just doesn't necessarily take into account the fact that it's going to be at high of day. Now, as you can see, these are the Plus i3 scans. You have the 1 to 5, obviously the pennies, the 5 to 20, 20, 60, and 60 plus, and then the same exact thing down here for the Minus i3, which is for your long based position ideas. Scroll down a little bit more. You have high of day, red to green, low of day, 52-week highs, 52-week lows, the 50D MA crossover, and the 200D, obviously 200-day MA crossover. So that's all your actual scans, and they're pretty much pre-configured. Like I said, you do have the option to click on the ones that aren't pre-configured, and you can go ahead and configure them yourself. I will bring one over just to show you. So you can bring over Plus i3 Ultra. That's one of the ones that I use. And then you can click on menu, and you'll see that you can modify these however you want. I have it set to show me anything that is above the 10 on the IS or the i3 rating. Min price of $1 up to 160. I like to see at least 150,000 in volume on the day. I'm not really too worried about the float or the market cap. You can set audible alerts for these. You can even have it talk out the symbol, which is a new feature, which is really cool. So say AMD is moving and it goes up through and alerts, it'll actually say AMD. I can't stress enough how amazing that is. You can add small float warnings. You can add a rotation warning. So if the float's about to rotate, market cap warning as well, because obviously market cap moves as the price goes higher or lower in that instance. And yeah, so you can obviously make it bigger or smaller. And then obviously just the stuff to kind of save, close, all that good stuff. So let's pull over the monitor, which is actually going to be on the watch list, which will go down here first. And you'll see that we have some pretty cool just watch lists. You have your obvious gappers up and down. You got the pennies both ways. You have the top watch list, which is this guy here. So throughout the day, you can see from top to bottom what tickers are most active, which ones have the most range. And then here's your gaps for intraday. So this is taking into account which charts are moving or which tickers are moving in both directions. So you can pull them up if that's kind of what you're looking for. You have the after hours movers, the bear scan watch list. After hours movers, that one's pretty self explanatory. The bear scan watch list, this is basically looking for tickers that had a pretty big move the day prior or maybe the couple days prior. And you're looking for it to possibly have its first red day. So this is kind of a list where I can pull it up over here. Um, I just clicked on it, so it's populating, but it's going to give you a list of tickers, which are ideas to go through and look in the pre-market and look if you possibly think that this could be like a first red day type of situation. So that's something to look at. It's kind of what I look for possible. I like to watch these and see if they maybe make a pop out of the gate and possibly look for shorts into those myself. Halt monitor is pretty self-explanatory. Unusual volume pennies, volume surge, float rotation. So these are all watch lists that you can have up. Pretty self-explanatory. And then you have the monitors. So the monitors are pretty cool. Again, a plus I3 and a minus I3, one for shorts, one for longs. I obviously have the plus 3 because I'm very short biased. And what this is going to do is every time something alerts on, say, the plus I3 Ultra, which I showed you guys earlier, it's going to put it on this monitor. So say you walk away from the computer for a second and you come back and you see it on the monitor and say it's not going off on the scanner currently, you could then pull this up off of the monitor. So you can be like, oh, okay, something moved while I was going to the bathroom, making something to eat, whatever it may be, just stepping away. And then the real cool thing is you can now right click on any ticker on the scanners or the monitors, and you can hit copy symbol. You could paste it into your montage. You can also mute the symbol, which I'm going to get to in a second. That's an added feature that is just amazing. And I'll get to the explanation of why right after we go through these tools. So that's the end of the watch list tabs there. Tools, just a few in here. You can obviously upgrade to Team ISW to get everything that we've talked about that comes with the team. And then there's just the clock, which is the market clock. And then there's the timer, which is basically a stopwatch. So you can actually kind of time your trades. Like if you think that you need a little bit more discipline on waiting to get something done, as far as like you get into a trade and you know that you have to wait like 10 minutes to kind of let it work out, there you go. You can set a timer. The market clock kind of disappeared on me there for a second. So if we pull this thing back over, kind of maximize it there for a second, you can see it's just a nice little market clock. Looks pretty nice. So if you want to use that anywhere, you can feel free to do that. And then the last tab we got is the advanced tab. This is where you can save and load your layout, so you can make multiple layouts if you want. And then right here is the mute symbol list. This will be where you go to see what tickers you have added and which ones you haven't. Obviously, there's some other stuff down here. You can reset, do a zombie reset, where if everything decided to crash, you can just restart ISW completely and start from scratch. And then ISW automatically updates, but if you want to, you can obviously check here if there is an update for any reason. So back up to the mute symbol. This one's pretty big. Let's bring this back over. So say you're a short bias trader and you want to trade something that's popping on the scanner and it comes up and say it's KAL and I check it and I don't actually have any shorts available. Or say it's a long position and you know by pulling up the chart that it's just definitely not something that you would trade. Well, what do? Do you let it continue to alert? Well, you used to, but now you just right click and you hit mute symbol. We'll go over here and you can see it adds it to the mute symbol list. Now, at any time, you can go ahead and clear this list. You can remove some. You can do whatever you got to do. But it's absolutely amazing to be able to have things alerting, pull up the chart, see that you definitely aren't going to trade it, whether it's because it's just a chart that you see no edge in, you have no borrows, whatever it may be, you can mute that ticker so that it won't pop up the rest of the day. So when you reload ISW and it pops up, or actually when you exit, I believe, or no, I think it's when it reloads, it's going to be a new day. It's actually going to ask you, do you want to clear the mute symbol list? And it'll be completely up to you. If you want to keep symbols on there, you can. If not, you can just hit clear and you can do that. And that's just amazing. So every day I'll end up with like 10 to, it was actually a pretty slow day today. I'll end up with like 10 to 20 tickers on this list. And then the next morning I just clear it all because who knows if, bars are going to come back or what the ticker's going to do that day. So I don't like to keep things on there. Unless for some reason I know that it's just a ticker I'm not going to trade at all. But in that case, I'll just mute it again if it pops up. So it's not that big of a deal. So that's really all there is to it. I mean, every one of these scanners is going to have like the menu. You can go in and change it exactly how you'd like it. There's just awesome sounds on everything that you can choose from. Like I said, that's a pretty big game changer as far as it being able to tell you exactly which ticker is alerting via like the robot voice. So if I'm in the other room grabbing a drink and, before it would just beep in my ear. And when I would come back, say it's not on the scanner, I would be like, oh, I missed it. I don't know what it is. But now if I'm in the other room and it's like AMD, I can come back in, and even if it's not on the scanner, I know it was alerting AMD. I can come over and pull it up and move forward and see if the chart's worth taking a trade on. So if you do have any questions, concerns, comments, anything, feel free to ask down below in the comment section. You can find me in Discord or over on Twitter. I'd be more than happy to answer any of your questions. Also, there is obviously a discount code because I am awesome and affiliated with ISW. That will be down in the description. Feel free to use that. It's up to 33% off the lifetime subscription. So if you leave, come back, etc., you will always get that 33% as long as you have that code used on that first time. So whether you sign up for a month, a year, whatever it may be, that code will work for up to 33%. Obviously, the elite is a little bit less, the platinum's a little bit more. And then if you sign up for the team, you're going to get up to that 33%. So thanks for taking the time to listen. Hopefully, this was an enjoyable watch, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.